weeks.
If companies like Google and Amazon and Meta are making billions, why are they laying people off?
Oh, that's easy.
Because they're not contributing to the product and they're not valuable. It's pretty simple. Yeah.
Greed. These billionaires don't care about us. They only care about showing growth to Wall Street every 3 months.
Yeah, why would they keep somebody on the payroll that they can fire? Of course.
Remember when property developer Tim Gurner said that unemployment needed to rise 40-50% to put us workers back in our place?
That's right. He just said it.
And we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer.
That's right. We got to put them in their place.
The other way around. There's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them.
We got to shut this down immediately.
The dynamic that has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy, which is what the whole global is trying to do. The governments around the world are trying to.
Here's what happened. Elon Musk took over Twitter, fired 80% of the staff, and nothing changed to the product. In fact, I think the product got better. Every single other business owner in the world saw that. Everybody saw that. And after that, it's bot crazy now. YouTube is bot crazy too, but YouTube didn't fire 80% of its staff. So is Facebook. Facebook didn't fire 80% of its staff. It's still riddled with bots. Bots are everywhere on the internet.
Hey, listen up.
Twitch, not Twitch. Bots there too. Twitter is not unique.
That depends on it.
Unemployment.
What isn't discussed enough is the shadow layoff system. More companies are hiring part-time and contract workers as a means to cut costs. This means for the workers, no retirement plans, no healthcare benefits, and no severance package. The WARN Act doesn't require corporations in every state to report part-time or contract workers as part of their layoff. This is why the layoff numbers might seem low, but if we account for all employment type, we've actually seen 13.8 million layoffs from January to August of this year.
So 13 million people have been laid off in America? Isn't that probably 5% of the workforce? That's insane. How many people are in the U.S. workforce? 10%. Oh my God.
Year. Laying off contractors or conducting performance-based exits doesn't make headlines, but accounts for up to 30% of this year's job losses. Amazon claims that they're laying off employees in an effort to operate like the world's largest startup. They claim they need to increase their efficiency. Yet in 2024, they generated $638 billion.
Well, that's not a good way to look at it. I don't agree with this way of looking at it. Do you want to make $640 billion? Or do you want to make $650 billion? Every single person, when it comes to their money, will want the company that they are invested into making $650 billion. The problem is that everybody is always very generous with other people's money. But whenever it comes to their own stocks, their own holdings, and their own ownership, well, suddenly now it's okay to cut costs. The reality is that these decisions are made in order to maximize shareholder value. And they are done in the best interest of those shareholders. A company should not exist for the purpose of providing welfare to the state or to the public. That is not a company's job. A company's job is to function as a problem-solving device, right? It solves some sort of problem as it does something.
Come on, bro.
A company's primary function is not to employ people, it's to provide a service.
Things that are operating at pretty high efficiency. While most headlines are focused on...
Wouldn't you want more efficiency? Yeah,
AI, Amazon has been building an army of robots.
That's
a
right.
leaked internal document shows executives hoping they can eliminate 600,000 roles by using robots.
That's right.
Don't do it.
Don't shoot!
Don't do it. You friendly over there?
Train has arrived. Stand by for doors. Transport ready. Return to ground.
Sorry, brother. Rat behavior. You had an anvil too? I had an anvil 3. Oh, you had a silencer too? Fuck yeah. I'm copping that. I'm copping that silencer right away.
Processing here. The photo board updates. Check carefully.
Nice.
And they know how.
Thank God. Thank God. People that work in Amazon fulfillment centers, that's probably the least fulfilling job that you could ever have. It sucks dick. You probably get injuries, you're overworked. I mean, didn't they have a bunch of people working in one of those factories that were told that they had to stay inside, and then they ended up being killed by a tornado? I mean, these are terrible jobs. Nobody grows up and says, oh, I know what I want to do. I want to take the box from the conveyor belt and put it in the truck. Nobody wants to grow up and be that person. People take these jobs because they have to, not because they want to.
How bad this sounds. That's why also in the document they discussed replacing words like automation, AI, and robot with the term advanced technology. But here's the dystopian reality. Back in June, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy addressed all the employees about AI and automation. We have strong conviction that AI agents will change how we work. There will be billions of these agents. We will need fewer people
Billions must lose their job.
doing some of the jobs that are being done today.
Why?
That's
The
right.
key word here is will. He's not saying AI agents are currently good enough to replace human workers. He's
Not
saying
gonna
they
happen.
Well,
will.
they are to an extent, right? I mean, like to an extent, they are. And automation and technology is going to replace workers everywhere. It's going to happen in a lot of different respects. It's not just in one job. It's going to happen UPS, part-time travel insurance, and the boxes on drugs. Some people enjoy doing easy labor just to not use their brain. I guarantee you, if you gave that person the same amount of money and you told them you don't have to go to work, I bet they'd stop showing up.
Will be maybe in the future.
2025, we at Meta, as well as the other companies that are basically working on this, are going to have an AI that can effectively be a sort of mid-level engineer that you have at your company.
That's
That
pretty
can
good.
work.
Gentlemen here.
And then over
listen up.
time, we'll get to the point
Remember,
where
you're
a
looking
lot
for
of the
a first
code
rate
in our
battleground.
apps and
There might
including
be
the
junk
AI that
around,
we generate
but look for anything
is
that
actually going to be
stands
built
out.
by AI.
And one
engineers
round reached
instead
the
of
hollow
people.
grounds by the
Again, the key words here,
scrapyard.
I think probably these are just hopes. They're laying off real human workers today despite recognizing that
Scrapyard.
AI cannot do a mid-level engineer's job. But they're
Exactly, that's why they're
I don't
not
see
laying
anything
off
that
the
says hollow
mid-level engineers, but they are
grounds.
laying off the entry-level engineers. And so, like right now, AI can't do.
So let's start
like
there.
basically, they're trying to plot a trajectory for where their business is going to be. But at this current point in time, it is undeniable that AI can do some people's jobs. So right now, it's doing some people's jobs, and later on, it's going to be doing everybody's job, or more people's jobs.
They're hoping one day it can. They're redirecting the money they used to pay real human workers
That's right.
into AI investments. They're
Yep.
betting on a future that hasn't
Laid
even
off
arrived
again.
yet. They could afford both employees and AI, but instead they're laying off workers right before the holidays after
right.
record profits
That's
while
right.
the CEOs get richer from the very act
That's
of
right.
firing them. Because
That's exactly right. Welcome to the fucking show. And if it was your money that you had invested, I guarantee you that the companies that make those decisions would be the most highly invested in companies in the world. Because everybody is always generous with somebody else's money and somebody else's time. But when it comes time to make decisions for your 401k, to make decisions for your investments, you are going to want to maximize
Let's go to
your
that
revenue.
location.
You are going to want to have a good rate of return.
for these executives, layoffs are a means to cut costs. And who costs the most? Senior employees. A perfect example of this that we saw earlier this year was when Microsoft let go of Ron Buckton. Now, if you're not a developer, you may not know who he is, but Ron spent 18 years at Microsoft. 10 of those years was spent working
a
on
long time.
TypeScript. TypeScript is used by
What's up,
over
bro?
5 million developers. I use TypeScript. The majority of the websites that you
Yeah.
interact with use TypeScript. And despite Microsoft having over $245 billion in revenue for 2024, they
That's a
still
lot.
let Ron go. Was Ron
Yep, that's right. They fired because they didn't need him.
suddenly discovered to be a
Yep.
slacker after 18 years of promotions? Or is it that executives looked at a spreadsheet, saw his senior level salary, and decided that number was too big?
I do think that, like, I mean, to be fair, like, I'm in general in favor of AI and like this what I think is kind of like a technological revolution. But I do think that they're overshooting right now. I think they're probably like you shouldn't be firing people like that this early. Like, I mean, maybe there's like a unique reason why, but I do think they're probably overshooting and probably firing too many people too quickly. But I think that the inevitability of this is
What up?
not to be denied.
Shit, I didn't even see you. I
At the same
don't
time
know who
they're
you
laying
are.
off senior workers, they're also eliminating junior positions. Between January and October of 2024, the unemployment rate for recent college graduates was 15.3% in their first year after graduation. This shows recent
I don't need
graduates are
English.
staying
You got it.
unemployed for longer, and they're applying to roles outside of their degrees, just filling
That way, the interest from their student
You doing
loans
Quest?
can go up. That's
the
good.
first position. And it's not
great.
looking
Nah, just trying to grab some shit back because as soon as I came in about 2 minutes ago, some guy was camping the spawn and killed me, took all my stuff.
Well, here's a little something to deal with the robots for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
scrapyard.
Scrapyard. Reach the hallowed grounds by the scrapyard. Search for a compass near the broken down vehicles. Is it in a broken down vehicle? No. He's a dead guy. Where's the compass? Voila. What if that's the dead guy that the dude said he just died from? I wonder if he came right back in and spawned. Search for a compass near the broken down vehicles. Not seeing a compass. But again, it didn't trigger until I was over here, so... I doubt. Air filter. This is all garbage. I don't even think I can do this anymore. The way I came. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Search for the videotape near the cylindrical containers. Huh? Search for the videotape near the cylindrical containers. Yep. It says. Where's the cylindrical containers? These the cylindrical containers? Search for the old field rations in the raider camps. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be finding any of that. These weren't here a moment ago, were they? Oh my god. Alright. Oh shit, did I accidentally drop the other one? Uh-oh, I think I did. Yeah. First wave compass. Did I... No. Where'd it go? There's the rations. There's the first wave tape. Uh-oh. What up, brother? Huh?
An item I need. Do you have an item I need?
What's that?
It's a Sentinel core.
Sentinel core. I have the Sentinel firing core?
Yeah.
There you go, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. God damn it, I think I... Fuck. I lost it. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be here. Fuck. What did I do with it? I don't remember dropping it at all. Whatever. Let's do it again. Unless it's... Too.
An ARC orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Don't shoot!
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's fine. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck.
About the site. I can't expect you to actually care, but try to be respectful at least.
There, go back. Fucking sucks. Does it only have one rested gear? I know I have two. That's so shit. That's so shit. I had it in my safe pocket. I know I should have two rested gears right now. And it says I have one. That's ridiculous. Okay, go.
Any better in other countries.
There are many graduates now that are coming out of universities, which means that there are more people that are graduating necessarily for the jobs that are there. I saw a rather shocking statistic in the UK earlier this week that was talking about the fact that last year there were 1.2 million graduates for 17,000 jobs, which starts to give you the idea of just how...
Then why the fuck do we keep importing people?
...competitive that market has become. And on top of that, with AI, many of those graduate jobs are changing or are more difficult for people to get into.
Yeah, they're raising the barrier to entry to a higher level of intelligence. See, there are some jobs that if you have an IQ of 81, you're not going to be able to do this job. Like, I don't care, oh, well, what if we train them? No, you're just not going to be able to do the job. You can't train a dog to use a typewriter. You can't train a person to do some job.
Let's go to the
more that this technology gets better,
I go by the fucking
higher that
scrapyard
threshold
again.
will be. And you're going to have dumb people, less creative people, less critically thinking people, lower IQ people be completely removed from the job ecosystem. That's what's happening. It's happening right now.
Vercel used its best salesperson.
Like, you think about it like this, right? There used to be a retard that would sit there with a screwdriver and screw a bolt into a tire and get paid the equivalent of $75 an hour, live in a beautiful house, have every benefit that he wanted, have a family that he supported, 2 cars and the boat, and go on vacations. And that guy probably didn't even have a high school education. All he did was turn a nut on a bolt. Nowadays, that's with a robot. Take his fucking back. Well, I'm telling you, right? Like, that's what's going to happen. And so all those people, that's called labor. Yeah, but it's also called a robot does the same thing, and you don't have to pay the fucking guy $75 an hour. And then just tell him to get the hell out. Like, what do you mean? Like, and you would make this decision too. Everybody would make this decision when it comes to their own personal finances. That's my point. Everybody would do this themselves. Useless labor? Yeah. What do we do about it? Well, you have to tax companies that are using automation in a way that you can redistribute the money into the population, right? I mean, that's what you have to do. But like, it's not going to happen. I think we're going to have to bring back somehow like slavery or something like that. Like, I don't know, maybe feudalism. It's one or the other. Maybe both. Or you could have a plague. Maybe all three.
To train an AI agent, allowing the company to reduce a 10-person team's work down to just one person managing the AI agent.
Remember what I said? This is exactly what I've said every single time. It's not replacing all 10 people, it's replacing 9 of them and giving the one person who's the best at the job the ability to do the job of all 10 people.
As a developer, I also see this. A lot of companies are now using AI agents to do the smaller JIRA tickets that usually a junior developer would do. But this means that they're effectively eliminating junior positions, while at the same time we have fewer senior employees because their salaries make them layoff targets.
Yes.
More seniors and retirees are returning to the workforce because they can't afford the cost of living on their retirement funds or their Social Security.
Yeah, there's a lot of old boomers. Like, everybody jokes about how boomers, grew up in the greatest economy ever, but some people, even whenever they have an aimbot, they end up losing a match. So there are boomers that don't have a lot of money saved up, and because of that, they end up being broke, and then they have to go back to work.
In fact, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, people aged 50 and older are the fastest growing group of those experiencing homelessness.
Honestly, that's so sad. That's actually so disgraceful. As the richest country in the world, if that isn't the case, this is a complete disgrace.
But that number is expected to double by 2030.
I said triple. She said triple, not double.
This is my tent.
Yeah.
There's my kitchen.
Oh my God, she's living out there in the woods.
Yes. I am out in the woods.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But here's a little secret.
What's the secret?
I got plenty of privacy.
Because despite paying
Jesus, man.
into Social Security with every paycheck, that money isn't being saved for you. It's being used to pay for current retirees, and it's also not keeping up with the cost of living.
No, it's not
The
close.
average monthly payment for retirees is $2,002. I'm not currently in the U.S., but even here in Stockholm, that wouldn't cover my rent. But regardless, the U.S. government is considering increasing the retirement age to 69.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to do it too. They're going to do it.
Despite many workers claiming that employers are deeming them too experienced. A nice way for these companies to say that they don't want to hire you after 40. And actually, Workday, that horrible job application software, they're being sued with applicants alleging the company's AI disqualified them because they were over 40.
So I made a post about over a month ago keeping my career, and
it's like, what is this, like that movie whenever you reach like 100 or like a certain age and just instantly kill you? It's like, all right, happy birthday, you're dead. You're fired.
Saying you're going to the they say you're too overqualified. Again, you're going to be happy here. I even had someone make a comment saying that they went to Trader Joe's to try to get a job and they were denied because they're overqualified.
It's 2025, and the new reality is that people in their mid-50s, late 50s are the new unemployables. It's almost impossible to land another job at your current level.
Wow.
They can state ageism is illegal all they want. They can make believe that it's kumbaya, we love everybody, we're all equal. No, it doesn't work like that.
If that's the case, how exactly are we supposed to work until we're 70 if these companies stop hiring people around the age of 40? And more graduates...
You're going to be turned into a battery, so you can power a robot that washes a rich person's shoes.
Are now switching to trade jobs, meaning that blue-collar workers are now competing against white-collar workers for the same handful of trade jobs.
Yep.
We've seen at least 180,000 government employees let go, and now we see senior paying employees re-entering the job market after layoffs.
I'm a recent college grad looking for a job, and today I learned that not only are we competing with all of the people last year who couldn't get jobs, we are also competing with people who are currently working in entry-level jobs and looking to switch companies because their companies aren't promoting them because the market is so bad. A recruiter I just got off the phone with told me that I'm going up against someone who has 2 years of postgraduate full-time work experience.
The same thing happened, like if you're around my age, you know the same thing happened whenever we were like all 21 to like 24. Because like back then, that's whenever the recession happened after 2008. And it was almost impossible to get a job back then. Like you were competing against people that had 5 or 10 years of experience. And it was like, okay, well, how am I ever going to get a job when every job has like 4 applicants? And, you know, you need to have experience to get experience.
Oh my God.
But you don't have any experience, so you can't get any experience. And you can't get any experience because you don't have any experience. It's like the unemployment catch-22 that keeps people like her and any other young person that's graduating college in this like limbo. And what happens is that now they have their student loan debt that's compounding and building on top of itself. So the amount of money that they have that they're supposed to be offsetting, it's kind of like, I mean, just the way that interest works, right, is that it becomes worse and worse and worse the bigger it is, right? The bigger it is, the bigger it gets. The smaller it is, the less quickly it becomes larger, right? Like basically, right? Because just the way that the interest works. And so now they're basically having like this, you know, like a 5% bonus being put on top of their entire loan because they can't make any of their money back. Yeah, it's gatekeeping. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait, done this collapse the control market itself? Well, no, because you're going to have rich people that have all the money.
I just don't know how I'm supposed to do that.
So let me get this straight. We have retirees, new graduates, blue collar and white collar, government employees, senior fan employees, all fighting over a dwindling number of jobs. And at the same time that everyone's trying to find a job, inflation is out of control. The cost of living the past 5 years just keeps increasing.
I want to see if anybody else is experiencing this. So last year, my homeowner's insurance for the year was $3,018. Year before that, it was $2,600. Year before that, $2,200.
So it went up?
That's $2,100 on this house.
Well, it went up by like, it went up by 50% in 3 years.
4 years. This year, my homeowner's insurance is over $6,000. No claims in the last 4 years. I've never had a claim against the house I'm living in now. But my insurance
oh my God.
doubled. Homeowners insurance doubled year over year with no claims.
Yet wages...
This is why people like socialism. This is why people want communism.
Nice job, brother.
This is why people want revolutions. This is why people
You need that leaper motion cord?
Is that they have something like that happen to them. They are enjoying an almost comfortable life. And then they
I'll take that leaper if you don't need it. That motion cord.
And then redistributed to these
look
companies.
Look at him. Thirsty. Where? Oh, really? I can't have that? Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping. Get the fuck out of here. What'd you get for shooting at us? Okay, now I got 3 of them bitches for sure. For sure. Yeah. No, I just need Sentinel firing course. And I gave one away.
What? I hope you're here. If you're waiting for applause, try somewhere else. I have to admit, I didn't expect much to be left. Maybe people missed these. Or maybe good.
Back during the first wave, my head out there and kill the power, pull the plug, do whatever it takes to shut it down. That trap was built to keep us safe, not for us to use against each other.
Oh, and I need that too. I just need those cores. I need Rocketeer drives, Leaper Pulse, Surveyor, Rusted Medical Kit. A lot. I got the 3 gears. And one of these.
That are basically extorting them for money, robbing them for money. And I think this is also, it's happening all the way down the line. It is. Definitely
aren't
everybody.
keeping up with the cost of living, despite us seeing both Apple and Microsoft hit a $4 trillion valuation. And meanwhile, our representatives are telling us that inflation is only 3%, yet they're not explaining the bigger picture. Inflation may be 3% this year, but what was it last year and the year before? They're not adding on all the prior years, because the reality is inflation rarely decreases. And in fact, it benefits the governments to have inflation.
Well, you have fractional reserve banking, you have inflation. It really, I mean, money, it's always going to just keep going up. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of how much.
It means they owe less. And about that inflation, a lot of it is artificially created. Tyson and other corporations conspired to create an artificial pork shortage so that they could increase the prices of pork from 2009 to 2018. When they were caught, they paid just $85 million. That's
by limiting the supply. So there's a $20 billion market, and they had to pay $85 million to settle the lawsuit.
That's nothing compared to the $20 billion pork industry. In earnings calls, the CEO has bragged about passing on inflation to consumers. Keep in mind, the same CEO that was caught creating artificial inflation.
Like many other companies, we were faced with a range of...
His name is Donnie King. Donnie, all right.
It's going to be the death of America. It really is.
We will remain disciplined and agile in our pricing initiatives to ensure that any additional inflationary pressures are passed along to customers.
We'd like to think that we have relationships with customers that allow us to be able to take to them inflation that we see in the marketplace and be able to pass that on ultimately to the consumer.
This is
so
what
they just said, if we're going to eat shit, you're going to eat shit. That's it.
Genuinely terrifies me as unemployment keeps rising and millions of us are fighting over fewer jobs. All while the economy is horrible, we're handing unprecedented power to these corporations.
And here's what's happening is that as robotics, technology, AI, automation, and other forms of technology in general, as it advances, what it's going to do is it's going to create it's going to erode the inside of the, let's look at, like, in terms of it, like 3 different, like, sections of people, right? The bottom 10%, the middle 80%, and the top 10%.
Let's go to that
the
location.
top 10% will have an unprecedented in history amount of wealth consolidation that would make the COVID recession recovery look like a joke. It's going to make the 1930s look like a joke. It's going to make ancient Rome look like a joke. That's happening right now. It's happening. It's not going to happen. It's happening at this very moment. Okay, that's the top 10%. The 80% of people will then be basically reallocated into the lifestyle that the bottom 10% of people currently live in.
I have
and you are going to have a
I have one viewer right now. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Of people
I
that are
don't see
very
your name or
wealthy,
anything.
that have the means of production, that
Doesn't
have
say
the
you're in there,
resources,
but
that have the
number go
control.
up.
And that control will multiply in value and power. And the people
What kind of
without
stream
it
snipe?
will also divide in power and value. So they will have less and less and less. And like literally just like fractions, right? And they eat the rich.
Oh,
well,
someone's gone
that'll
already.
never work. You'll never overcome them. The reason why is they'll just pay half of you to kill the other half. That's it. It'll never happen. It's never going to happen. They'll just, that's it. And there's nothing you can do. Sad reality, I'm just being honest, right? It will never happen.
They know it. Companies are already using dynamic wage setting, using algorithms and AI to decide what we should be paid. It's algorithm exploitation. Uber pioneered this. Their AI was able to identify which drivers would accept a $3 ride because they're behind on their bills. DoorDash
Gotta squeeze them. Gotta get all that money out of them.
also uses it. CareRev uses it for healthcare workers.
I have been struggling to pay all my bills on time. When I first moved into this apartment 5 years ago, that wasn't an issue at all. I feel ashamed sometimes as a man or as a person that I can't come up with the bills. It's frustrating. I Uber every day.
Exactly. It's bad. Yeah, it's happening in France. They literally kill all the rich. Big fat reset. Really. So when they wealth and merchant class decided to kill the royalty class, the poor people thought they won.
All damaged.
No, that's definitely not an example of what I just said. Oh no.
Search the T&N Williams cache near the warehouse.
Right now it's Wednesday. I drove around from 7 till 11 and made $20.
$20.
What is stopping Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, or any other company from using this same type of wage setting?
Follow the
They already know our
clues.
salary. They monitor
What
everything we
clues?
do on our work computer and
It's illegal. That's why they don't do it. If they could do it, they would do it.
phone. Because the reality is Amazon laid off 14,000 workers, yet they're still hiring for engineering, sales, and management. Microsoft laid off
No, I don't think that they're actually hiring. There's like requirements that businesses have that they have to put a listing for a job publicly, even if they're going to hire internally. And I think that's the reason why you're probably seeing a lot of these different jobs being placed, is that they have to do it for some degree of like, compliance. But in a lot of the cases, these jobs aren't real. They're ghost jobs. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're never going to get hired for this business development senior manager job. It doesn't exist. Fred from accounting is getting fired, or sorry, he's getting hired into this. He's known this for 2 years now, and you're sitting there writing out your I want to be in the job in Microsoft. I've always had Windows, and nobody's even going to read it. An AI is going to read it. Nope.
over 15,000 this year. They're hiring. Intel laid off roughly 22,000
That's
this
right.
year. Yet they're still hiring.
Because they have to put those listings, but they're not actually hiring.
These corporations lay off people only to hire new employees at a lower salary
they
with
do that
less
too.
equity and a worse benefits package. If they're already trying to replace us with AI, is it really that big of a stretch to think that they wouldn't lower our salaries by roughly 30% because their AI determined that
Well, they are lowering your salary. They lower your salary every year that they don't give you a wage that accounts for the cost of living. That's the problem. So even a very high wage, like $20, is actually not sufficient to live in a number of urban areas in the United States now. So the fact is that you are getting your wage lowered every single year because they're not accounting for that. Also, investors, see how many listings there are? Yeah.
willing to accept that salary in this economy. They increasingly give us worse salaries, while Andy Jassy, CEO of Amazon, made $40 million in 2024. His compensation is directly tied to Amazon's stock price. The day Amazon announced 14,000 layoffs,
What does it mean follow the clues? What clues? There wasn't even a clue here.
I'm on an assignment.
There was the probe, but I assume that's random. Oh. Oh, you hit the wall. That was the first one. Second one was right here. Third one's probably right down here. We're running out of time. Oh, that was it. anything of value. God damn it. Really don't get anything? Oh, it's a bot. Damn it. Thought I had an actual viewer.
Hey, don't shoot!
Knocking these quests out left and right.
There it is. I better buy some fucking Amazon stock. Look at that. Holy shit.
Amazon stock jumped 13%. The day UPS announced 48,000 layoffs, their stock price jumped almost 13% as well.
Which is why it's happening. It's because everybody knows this is the correct decision for a company to take, even though it's not the human-friendly decision.
At least.
It is the correct decision, financially.
Wall Street literally rewards human suffering. And some of
Well, yeah, of course. There's a lot of money you can make off of people being sick. I went into the fucking the oncology place. I felt like I was walking into the Hilton fucking hotel with my dad. He got pancreatic cancer. And I walk in there, I say, oh, there ain't no way they're curing this shit. Yeah, bro, like, you got these, these nice wooden walls, like, everything, like, these mahogany tables, these chairs, like, yeah, bro, this is not, they're not curing cancer. It's not gonna happen.
Amazon stock, because actually stock ownership in the US is at a record high. 62% of Americans own stock. But when we dig deeper, we see that the top 10% own 93% of all stocks. They want us to believe that this is about the...
That's cute. The top 10% own 93% of all stocks. Yeah.
They want us to believe that this is about the future and innovation when they're...
Well, it is for them. Their future, their innovation, not yours. Not yours, slave. Go back to your battery station and power my robot that massages my feet. No, I don't want you to do it. The robot has to do it.
Literally just giving us a solution to a problem that they created. They're laying off real human workers today, investing that money into their dream of AI replacing all of us in the future.
Man. She is right about everything, and it doesn't matter. The reason why people are so stupid, they can't even understand this problem. They have no idea. They can't comprehend it. Critical thinking is at an all-time low. People are more uneducated than ever. Nobody knows anything. Everybody is going to be turned into a battery. And that's just the way it's going to be. I know some people might not want to hear that, but that's where we're at. That's it. Let the video. I'll leave the video. Yeah, let me go ahead and leave the video. Okay, yeah, the idiocracy is a fuck. Grok,
you got
is
a
this
problem with
true?
that? Wait a second.
Somebody
My
says
next
eating
generation
paint's
was gonna
bad
be
for
that.
Grok.
Get too
Grok,
freaking late. You'll
what,
lose
does
shit
red
with that
paint
Xbox
taste like
One.
apples and
And
green
Steam
paint tastes like
frames. You're
green
just
apples?
a VR headset?
No.
Just a VR
What does it taste?
No.
Oh, I can just check for myself.
Between flat screen gaming
Oh,
and
it tastes like
virtual reality.
cancer. Now you're a bad. The irony is that more people are unemployed, the less demand for these companies' products. Well, the thing is that that's why you need to have the wealth redistributed into the economy.
Murano Station.
And also, apparently that's not true. A lot of people aren't realizing that a tremendous amount of consumerism comes from a very top echelon of consumers. So you have people that are spending ridiculous amounts of money that are like basically, it's like, you know, you're voting once, they're voting 1,000 times. That's it. First comment. Imagine what happens when you have a large part of your population unemployed with nothing to lose. Start a new war. Yeah, start a new war. Will never happen because of government benefits. I think that you will see a...
Let's move
I
to
don't
that
know.
location.
I don't know what to say. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it.
Damn, fuckers are fast about it. Oh, I'm way late. This one. Nope, he didn't.
Head home at the Eastern Station. Western Station.
Got a room? Whoa. Damn, Brody, I just wanted to go home. That's crazy. Can we clip that? That was nuts. He didn't have shit. He died for it. That's crazy. He died. Oh my god. If I could clip that. Oh, that was fucking nuts. that was fucking nuts. Broad shoulders need that. Looter's luck need that. That was fucking nuts, bro. Oh my god. Not friendly. See, that's why I gotta be friendly. Or else I'll just down you.
Most Toledo caches are...
Behind a small metal building at the north end of the station. By the carpet. It looks like two trash cans tied together. Alright.
According to Epstein, Trump knew of his crime and spent hours alone with the victim. Apparently, the emails were released or leaked that make Trump look bad. I don't know exactly why. Let's look at.
We are back with more of the breaking news this hour. Newly released emails from the Epstein estate show the convicted sex offender making multiple references to President Trump. In one, it's a 2011 email to accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein.
Why is it that this is being released now? Like, I thought they were going to release the Epstein files. I mean, at this point, like, so, and this is what I think is very odd, is that they're going to release the Epstein files. They're going to release the Epstein files. They're going to release the Epstein files. There aren't any Epstein files. They're gone. Here are the Epstein files. Are they lying or is this fake? Either way, I want these fucks out of the government. I do. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad to have to deal with this shit.
They're said to be full of rare objects, so we might both come out of this ahead.
Hours at his house with a sex trafficking victim. Now, Epstein.
That doesn't mean that he knew that the person was a victim at all. Like, just because you interact with somebody that was a victim doesn't mean that you know the details of what happened to them. Like, okay, let's keep going.
Trump in this email a, quote, dog that hasn't barked. These emails were released by Democrats on a House Oversight Committee. And the top Democrat on that committee, Robert Garcia, is joining us now. Congressman, when did you get this information?
We actually just received all of these emails, a total of over 23,000 documents, actually a few days ago, so last week, and we've been going through, our team, of course, through all of these very carefully over the last few days.
So there were 23,000 emails that were never made public?
We obviously released some today. We'll be releasing additional documents likely later today.
And that's what I'm saying. Again, I looked on Fox. There was no news about this. Let me check again. So, yeah, we're watching MSNBC because it's the only thing it's the only people they're talking about.
You're a dumbass.
I wonder why. I don't know. People that like Trump are going to say they didn't cover it because they.
I already looted the blueprints and put them in my ass though, so.
Because they're on Trump's side. Like, I mean, really, everybody's already made up their mind on why they didn't cover it, so there's no reason even discussing it.
Easy. Here is that we know we've been demanding that Donald Trump and the DOJ release the full Epstein files.
Yes.
In what's been released today, which
100%.
obviously is some quite serious, I think, connections between what Donald Trump made.
I'm glad this came out. I am. Even though I think that there's a high probability that it could be fake, misleading, or misunderstood, or misinterpreted, I think that it's still good because every point on the graph brings us closer to being able to draw a line. And I think also putting the pressure on him to make him look implicated puts more political pressure on him to release more files to show that he's not. Does that make sense?
We have known there's communication between Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, obviously making some claims about Donald Trump spending significant time, hours with possibly one of the victims.
Oh yeah,
there's also this
medium and light.
He could spend a day.
Fuck yeah.
The person never told him or never had anything to do with it, right? Because, like, some of the Epstein victims were above the age of 18, so it's not like there was some sort of implicit, just like definitional reason why this person should be there.
Emails there.
I still got another anvil.
Jeffrey Epstein. The people can read for themselves.
Unfortunate, but you know,
is that we want to
those things happen.
Donald Trump spent the entire campaign saying that he would release the files.
He did not. He did not. He said multiple times that he would have to think about it. He was asked directly about it, and he said he's less certain about it. Now, here's the he did. He ran on deportation multiple times.
Oh, no.
If somebody wants to find me a compilation of all the times that he said it, then you can show it to me and I'll watch it myself. But from my understanding, Donald Trump said, oh, Bill Clinton is in the files. He said that, yeah, well, let's see, Grok said, ask Grok, sure. When did Donald Trump commit to releasing the Epstein file during his 2024 campaign? Because my understanding of it is that the primary people that were committing to releasing the Epstein files were people that were on his cabinet. People like Kash Patel, Dan Bolingo, and Pam Bondi. Like, those were the ones that were really committing to it. During an interview, declassifying, yeah, I would. He said, I'd go a long way with that one. It's a weird situation. So yeah, this is the same one that I said before. He would have no problem. He reaffirmed this. He'd have no problem releasing it. The June interview garnered attention. That aired an omitted version. That his full response that resurfaced as well. Okay, so he did reaffirm it one time with Lex Friedman, saying that he would have no problem releasing it. Okay, well then there we go. He said less so? Yes, he did say less so. So he's given two answers to this. In one case, he did commit to it. In another case, he didn't. Either way, I don't feel like he really ran his entire campaign on it. I think that's a little bit disingenuous. I feel like this was probably like a number 10 or number 11 issue. But overall, I do think that, like, yes, obviously, people voted, and this is what matters, right? Is that even if he didn't say it, people voted for Trump thinking that he would do it. He appointed people committing that they would do it. And it didn't happen. That's what really matters. Whether he ran on his campaign about it or not is kind of irrelevant. Drain the swamp? Yes. He literally led them to believe it. Yes, I think that it's undeniable. Even if I don't really entirely agree with like his assessment of it. I do agree that he led people to believe that he would release the files. He absolutely did. That's undeniable.
And now that he's in the White House, there is a massive cover-up going on. The survivors deserve the truth.
They do.
You said there are 23,000 documents
That's
as part of this latest tranche of information that you received from the Epstein estate. Are you still getting more information coming in from the estate? And are there more emails than have...
Wait a minute. Why is it that you're... Why was this information not... Why did the government not have this? What other information does the estate have? Why is the government not going in and getting every single piece of information that this estate has right now? Like, it makes me so mad. They did? Where is it? Well, then why is it coming out now?
Already been released?
There's definitely more information from the Epstein estate. We expect it to be documents. We want them all released. So there'll be more coming out.
Yeah, I think they should release everything, including redacted besides victims' names and obviously photographs that could be problematic. Release everything else. Omit no one's name that is above the age of 18. The public deserves to know the truth. And again, these people, it could make somebody look bad. Too bad. You shouldn't have gone to an island with a pedophile. Should have thought of that. That's what I think.
Let's move to that location.
We think more documents coming out later today, and there'll be more coming out in the future. And so our goal is to get every single document that we receive out into the public's hand. But it also takes an enormous amount of redaction. And so just redacting all of the names of the survivors and the victims takes time. And our promise to their family.
So let me get this straight. Okay. Okay, maybe. But like, if you know who the victims are, you know who the survivors are. Obviously, you word filter search the name Trump, right? Can't you just do that for the victims and then just omit those two? It's such bogus. Yeah, Control F. You can't Control F. Like, what are we doing?
Families has been to protect, of course, protect them as well. What's important right now is if you just read the emails that came out today, it's incredibly disturbing. And these possible links between Epstein and Trump and what Trump knew and who he spent time with and what happened at Mar-a-Lago, all of this is part we know what's actually in the Epstein files. And so
I don't think there's hard evidence that commits Trump to doing anything weird with Epstein. If there was, I think they would have already released it. And if there is, I think that there is as much, if not more, hard evidence against Democrats doing it too. That's what I think probably happened. Like, my conspiracy theory with the Epstein files is that, because you've got to also remember, Epstein died when Trump was the president. He died in 2019. It's not like he died during Biden. Like, no, he died in 2019. So coping so hard? Well, I'm not coping. I'm just being logical. I don't care. Like, if if Trump was in the Epstein files, I would want to know about it. It's not like I don't want to know about it, but the issue is that this is my conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is that I think that both parties have a piece of the Epstein files. And because of that, they don't want to release it because I think there is a third party. My opinion is that the most likely candidates for that third party are Israel, China, Russia, in that order, that have the entire Epstein files. And if these files are released in a partial amount, they will then be released by this foreign third party in their entirety. And it would be effectively, like the Cold War term, mutually assured destruction. And I think that's the reason why Biden was president for 4 years. You forgot Israel? Oh, Mossad is Israel. Mossad is Israel's intelligence agency. And that's the reason why it didn't happen. Because, like, if it was so damning and so condemning on Trump and the Republicans, Biden, I think, would have released it. But he didn't. So I think that there's more to it than that. That's the only logical reason that can explain that to me.
Not bad.
What did I say, Israel? Yeah, I don't know.
At this moment, the Department of Justice needs to do the
We got
right...
British as well? Yeah, it could be British. You're right. I never even think of them, but you're right. Coincidence these emails are coming out the day the government shutdown is ending. Sounds like a sad attempt at distraction from the Democrats. They took a lot of heat for the shutdown ending. What do you think? I think that that's a really good analysis. I think that's a good point. Yeah.
thing and release the files that are under subpoena by our committee. The information.
These mails are nothing new. They were already released in 2024. What is this? Democrats intentionally redacted the name of the victim in the Epstein release. The unredacted version shows that it was Virginia Guthrie. Virginia Guthrie has suggested multiple times that President Trump did nothing.
Get greedy,
and
just do the
she
quest.
never even saw him at Epstein's house. Okay, let me finish this, and then we're going to look at the post, okay?
The Epstein estate is only because Democrats fought to get that subpoena.
Hey, what does it taste like?
Until we get the truth about the full files and what powerful men.
What does it taste like sucking on your dad's dick all the time?
Women and in some cases back then, children and girls.
Yes.
These emails that were revealed today.
Dude. I don't know about you guys, but this is the kind of stuff
Fucking
that makes
faggot.
me never want to deal with politics ever again in America.
Faggot cocksucker.
Am I the only one that feels that way? Where it's like, I see this being passed around, and this is like
Faggot.
such a, in my opinion, like this is like a top of the pyramid pinnacle evil that's happening.
That's irritating.
And it's being weaponized, manipulated, hidden.
Got my blueprint. I knew. I put that shit right there right away.
It's basically propagandized in every way possible. And it seems like everybody's doing this. It's not like there's one side that's good and one
Like I
side
got a
that's
wasp
bad.
and
I
I
think
got
they're
a player
both bad.
both shooting at me at the same time. Like what the fuck?
It's so exhausting. I hate this. I really do.
Unfortunate.
Do not explicitly implicate Donald
I already
Trump
have
in
it
any
too.
crimes,
God
and I
damn
think
it.
it's important to note that his
That's a
name
good
is
sell.
mentioned in these emails, and it does raise questions about what he knew of Jeffrey Epstein's actions. Congressman, we're just getting a first reaction now from the White House to the
Okay, what
release
did they
of
say?
these emails. This statement coming
Faggot
from the
cocksucker.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. I'm going to read it to you in full. The Democrats selectively leaked emails to the liberal media to create a fake narrative to smear President Trump. The unnamed victim referenced in these emails is the late Virginia Giuffre, who repeatedly said President Trump was not involved in any wrongdoing whatsoever and couldn't have been friendlier to her in their limited interactions. The fact remains that President Trump kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his club decades ago for being a creep to his female.
So she says who the victim is. They released the emails. The emails were released in 2024. Okay, all right, let me see what his response to this is. Because I feel like this is pretty damning.
employees, including Giuffre. These stories are nothing more than bad faith efforts to distract from President Trump's historic accomplishments and any
Because
American.
she was fearful for her fucking life, you morons. So she's lying, Trump's lying, everybody's lying. I don't know. I mean, like, if
You look ready for an upgrade.
I just, yeah, come on.
And with common sense, sees right through this hoax and
I
clears
mean, if you're gonna call the victims liars, I mean,
Can I help you?
I don't know, guys.
distraction from the government opening back up again.
Don't let
What's
it
your
go to
response
waste.
to that?
That's a good question.
My response is simple. Then release all the files.
You paid for it.
I'm sorry. I think this is a completely underhanded tactic, and it's completely dishonest if I'm interpreting it the way it seems like it is. But I don't care because I agree
If you happen
with this
to,
conclusion.
let's say, get your hands on
do.
another Raiders
I
equipment
agree
up
with
there,
the
use the guns with
I'm
some
like,
proper
okay,
zip to
yes,
them.
please
Should
bring
work
this
great
back
on
up
Ark
again
armor.
and again and again. Yes, just please release the
Good for
files,
firing
investigate
fast,
this
not
fully.
so much for firing
Trump
accurately.
will never win back. I think that right now,
Make sure
Trump's
nobody
handling
traces that
of the
back to me.
Epstein files, and I'm speaking primarily from like an online perspective,
Be sure you
because I
can
know that
handle
like, a
that.
lot of average voters care about like, I don't know, like being able to afford groceries. But if you're terminally online like I am, the Epstein files was the point where I think Trump lost the enthusiasm for his presidency with a lot of people on the internet. It was something that you just couldn't defend. It was a complete betrayal. And nothing short of that. It was a complete and absolute betrayal. And yeah, he's cooking. And I think like there was before that, like there was so much enthusiasm for Donald Trump before that. And then after that, when he's like, oh, I didn't have, well, what do you mean I had my hand in a cookie jar? Did you see my hand in a cookie jar? Well, where are the cookies? I ate them. Well, where'd I get them from? I don't know. No, but there's, no, my hand wasn't in the cookie jar. What do you mean? Of course not. And he was so, fuck it. He sounded so suspicious saying this. I think Bondi is at fault mostly. No, she's not. Pam Bondi is accountable to Donald Trump, the president. If Pam Bondi fails, that means Trump put a failure in charge. It might be her fault, but it's his responsibility. He's the president. If she failed on something that was a core campaign promise, he should have kicked her ass out and brought in somebody new. That's it. It's not her fault. Whether it is or not. Like, whether it is or not, that's it. The buck stop with the president? Yeah. Like, I mean, again, I understand it might not be directly his fault, but it's still his responsibility. He's the fucking prime acting executive. Like, what do you mean? You said in the past you can tell if a guy's guilty just by looking at him. Is the guy on the right guilty for lying?
Head home at the train station.
I think that they know that this is a misrepresentation. It seems like it's a misrepresentation.
I have a pre-painted reveal banner.
If the president has nothing to hide, if the press secretary right there in her comments and statement, if they have nothing to hide at the White House or the Department,
You can tell that he's lying by his eyebrows. Nobody has pointy eyebrows like that. It's not somehow a villain. Okay? You don't have pointy eyebrows like this. This is something like, this is like something like a merchant or something like that that's going to sell you snake oil.
Justice, then all we want is for them to release the full files. It's very clear. You can't spend your entire campaign saying you're going to do something and make a commitment to the American people and then backtrack. And so
I agree. I mean, again, I disagree slightly with this assessment, but I don't care about that because there's a greater goal in mind. I agree fundamentally with what he's saying. He led people to believe that he was going to release the Epstein files, and he didn't do it. This is a prime betrayal.
we're going to ensure, one, we always are going to protect the victims and survivors. If they want to clear the president's name, and more importantly, also, all of the other men and powerful men that may have been involved, they release the files.
True, yeah. And what about
Winter?
Pence Andrews? Like, what about them?
To should be the response from the White House.
President Trump has said he wasn't a fan of Epstein's. He's called him a creep.
He's also friends with him. It's simple. They were friends for a long time. They had a fall. I mean, why is this? Why is it that nobody even attempts to
Guilty
engage
wire
with the
back.
truth? Isn't that so frustrating? For me, it's so incredibly frustrating that you have so many people out here who always, they don't even attempt to engage with any degree of truth or reality.
The push for more information
It's so frustrating.
about Epstein, a Democratic hoax. What questions specifically do you have for the president about these emails?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, my questions to the president would be, first,
What could it be?
what was your relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, did you know what was happening? He was obviously running a huge sex trafficking ring. Why are there so many cases of these connections back to Mar-a-Lago? Jeffrey Epstein himself said that Donald Trump was one of his best friends. Why would he say that? And there's so many questions to ask. And the president could right now end all the speculation and do the right thing for the survivors by releasing the files. The president himself has said that he has...
This is what's going to sound crazy. I think that releasing the files won't matter. Because unless it has the names in it that people think are in it, everybody is going to think the files are a lie. You said this already? I did. If they release the files and it doesn't say Donald Trump is a pedophile, and it doesn't say Bill Clinton is a pedophile, and it doesn't say Bill Gates is a pedophile, people will think that the files are edited and they are inauthentic. The public has already convinced itself of the reality of this.
done nothing wrong, then release the files. Because we know for a fact that there are many...
Is because of Trump. Trump destroyed and he has effectively killed this issue. And he has killed the issue in the worst possible way.
Powerful men, some of the most powerful, wealthiest men in this country that have done and committed harm to children and to girls and women in this country.
Yeah.
And those women, now women, deserve justice. So it is time to end this White House cover-up and release the Epstein files today.
I don't understand it. It's obviously not a White House cover-up. I mean, was Biden covering it up for 4 years? I mean, what are we talking about, a White House cover-up?
Today, Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva will be sworn into the House, where she will be the final vote needed on that discharge petition to compel the DOJ to release the full Epstein files. Do you think these new revelations could sway any other votes? Could there be a pile-on and an overwhelming vote for releasing the documents?
There should be.
Look, we hope that all Republicans would really center the survivors and the victims at this moment. What's important right now is that there are women who talk to us now as adults who have shared that they want the files released. They want justice. They want to know what happened and what men were involved, and who are, in many cases, afraid of the consequences of them being in the spotlight and telling their stories.
What's holding some of your colleagues back? What is holding Republicans back from voting to release all the files?
They're complicit in this cover-up. When Donald Trump, the president...
There's no reason. I can't see a single reason.
Hey, you friendly?
The president says, I don't want to release the files, or he tried to... Remember earlier in this year, he actually even said they kind of discarded them as being not important.
Yes, he
When
did.
they're not releasing these files,
That's accurate.
it brings questions to be asked. And so,
Of course it does, especially after they talked about it so much. And Trump even named people like Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton as being potentially involved with Epstein. I mean, if anything, I feel like Trump is really kind of a piece of shit. It's like if you can't even find any evidence of Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew, why are you going and dragging their name in the mud by saying this if you can't even prove it? That's crazy. Why say names? There's a reason. And you know it? No, The problem is that we can all sit around and theorize on a reason, but we don't really know what the reason is. That's the truth.
Pharmacy. I gotta find a
Nobody
pharmacy.
really knows. And I think that's why nobody trusts him.
again, our commitment has been, from day one has been clear. Release the Epstein files. The men that committed harm should be held accountable today.
You've also been demanding answers about Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell's transfer to that minimum security prison. That happened over the summer, and now we are learning of a whistleblower account saying that she's in the process of requesting President Trump commuting her sentence. He commute her sentence, and that she's also
not going to commute her sentence. I mean, if Trump commutes her sentence, like if he commutes her sentence and she contributes to like the arrest of like 5 high-profile people with Epstein, then yeah, I would be okay with that. If you want me to be honest, I'd rather have 5 birds instead of 1. But unless she does that, no,
been waited on hand and foot at this camp, meals, after hours time.
No, Brandon, yeah.
Exercise area.
Never? What do you mean never? What are you, retarded? If there's people out there, if there's 5 pedos that are out there that are these prolific molesters that were involved with Epstein, and she could contribute to getting them put in jail, you would want those 5 people to continue running free, probably doing the same thing that they were doing back then, still now, until they die, indefinitely, because of some moral thing that you would want to keep her in jail. You're just retarded. This is the problem with people that think in terms. It's emotional blackmail. Yeah, exactly. It's emotional blackmail. It's an obvious.
Hey, brother, where's a pharmacy around here?
To make in the circumstance is obvious. It might not be pretty.
Oh my God.
Pretty, but it's obvious.
He ain't sorry.
Service puppy.
It's not right back. Yeah.
Have you gotten any information firsthand on her situation?
Really
yeah, bitch.
Information, and obviously there's been a lot of reporting about it.
You got any like ammo? You down to 1.
Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a facility where she has essentially all of this access to apparently people to talk to.
I just need light.
Being able to roam around. It's a club-fed facility where she has now has much more freedom of movement. That she never should have received, that she was eligible to receive at the facility. This was all done because someone in the Department of Justice.
Yeah, nade fight.
Asked questions of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Why was a convicted sex trafficker?
Well, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, if I remember correctly, actually declined having her moved. Like there was some prison conglomeration that didn't want her moved, and they got overruled.
Someone who monstrous things to women and girls transferred to a facility after
Thank you, brother.
Trump's Department of Justice, and a deputy AG who was once
I got no ammo.
Trump's personal lawyer.
I just want a fucking pharmacy, man.
Why won't they tell us why and answer?
I'm in gallery. I'm right above you guys. Hello. Yeah, okay. Do you guys see? Yeah, there's people dying over behind. We can go run over there and just look for Lou. As long as I can.
Put a guy over there. We shot us first, but we killed a guy. And there's more guys. I'm down.
Damn, where'd y'all go?
Rocketeer shooting over there. Did you piss it off?
Huh? I ain't pissed it off. Oh my God. Let me guess, ain't nobody got a defib? I'm back down by the car park. You really got a defib? Damn, bro. Holy shit.
I got you, buddy. I'll go to the hospital. I got
Do you have light ammo?
Don't shoot.
There we go, some light ammo. Needed that. Junk, 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 junk. Oh, this guy didn't have anything on him and he came at us like that. That's crazy.
Anything else in there?
Yeah, he didn't have dick. I need a pharmacy. I need to do the quest for the pharmacy and it's already down to 16 minutes. It says any pharmacy.
I don't know if it's on the quest. The hospital, is that what you mean?
It says search for an ESR analyzer inside any pharmacy in Berry City. If you want to extract, bro, like we can extract. Like, I'll just run this again, you know. I mean, I'd rather walk away with the shit I have.
It says hospital on the map.
Yeah, but quest says pharmacy. No, maybe it is in there. I suppose I could just Google it too, right?
That's pretty specific wording, so I
Damn, you a real one though. You picked me up and fucking did all that and defib shit. Here, take that. I found that on him. I found that on him. That's kind of it, unless you want like hoses and arc motion core.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Good. It's a barn.
Does it work?
Never.
Never? Well, it didn't work this time either.
Questions. We want Ghislaine Maxwell to come before the Oversight Committee and answer these questions. Ghislaine Maxwell should never receive special treatment. She did horrific things to women and girls. And again, if you want justice for these women survivors, today is the day that Donald Trump can release all the evidence.
Congressman Robert Garcia.
Yeah, it does seem like this is an opportunistic thing that they're doing as a result of them looking bad for the government shutdown. I think that's what's happening. If it's correct that the information that's been released is just simply information that's been public, but it's now redacted in order to make Trump look bad.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Well, there it is, and I'll go back, I'll look at it here. American politics is just a mess. Yeah, I think so.
Go there.
And they're smart enough for a reason. Of course, everybody knows this. Talking in less than absolute terms, approach topics more rationally. Well, it is rational. Like, I mean, if one person can lead to the arrest of 5 people, it's better to have that one person go free and the 5 people get arrested. Like, assuming that their crimes are equal. Like it's really just logical. Like I don't think it's basic math. Yeah, is 5 a bigger number than 1? Like obviously yes. Now and I'd be totally fine with that. It's moral grandstanding. And the problem with moral grandstanding is that it gets people killed. That's the reason, is it gets people killed and it causes more harm. A lot of people want to do the thing that makes them feel good rather than the thing that actually is good. And so yeah, unnecessary hypothetical though. It's an unnecessary hypothetical. I don't think it's a hypothetical at all. Like if we're talking about the person that was very close to Jeffrey Epstein that could potentially have information on some of these other high-profile bad actors, I don't think this is a hypothetical. I think it's very reasonable to assume this. These are things that happen all the time inside of crises. It happens constantly. Yeah, this isn't hypothetical, it's realistic. They're getting their base riled up. All they have to do is mention Trump did something sometime? Yeah, basically. What if she was moved to scare other participants out of hiding, thinking that she was rattling in them? Well, I don't know if it is or not. They're coping so hard, he did nothing, and people are going, yeah, but he knew about it. Okay, so by that logic, should we deport the illegals, but not the people that know that they're illegal too, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that obviously whenever you're close personal friends with somebody, it's a little bit different. So somebody found, let me see if I can pull this up here. So the House Oversight, so this is the post that they made themselves. And let's look and see whether this is actually real or whether it's actually just bullshit. So let's see right here. Okay, breaking, oversight Democrats have received new emails from Jeffrey Epstein's estate that raise serious questions about Donald Trump and the knowledge of Epstein's horrific crimes. And so let me just zoom in right here. So when you realize that the dog doesn't bark, victim has spent hours at my house with him. He's never once been mentioned, police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. Victim Mar-a-Lago. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never, remember, ever. Of course he knew about the girls. He asked Gillislane to stop. I think Trump is planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship. I think you should let him hang himself. What is this? This is some other thing, right? And so wait.
Surveyors are full of the solar panel.
So they released something
analyzer is
that was already unredacted. And then they re-redacted it again. And they're trying to think that it's new. There's no way. Are you seriously? Oh my God. It's a clown show? Yeah, there's no way. Like, not quite, I could explain. Political theater. What the fuck is this? Any comment on why you redacted the name of the person who has publicly stated that she witnessed no wrongdoing? Looks to me like you removed Jeffrey from Mar-a-Lago, told Maxwell to stop speaking to girls. I don't know exactly. I agree with the releasing of the files. Why did Democrats cover up the name when the estate didn't redact it in the redacted documents provided to the committee? It's because the victim, Virginia Guffey, publicly said that she never witnessed any wrongdoing by President Trump. The Democrats are trying to spread a fake narrative to slander President Trump. If you are intentionally redacting the name that was previously unredacted publicly, you're doing it because you're trying to mislead people and you're trying to fucking confuse them. That's it. That's what you're doing. The AOC looked this up. I hope Trump sues them as well. Well, I don't think it's really suing them, right? After all this, no way Trump is not involved in any way. But like, there isn't anything new about
fucking
this.
surveyor.
That's the problem. That's the entire issue.
Are you
So yes, obviously I agree with you about that, but this isn't even new. This is old info. So like, do you guys, I think people aren't really understanding what happened, okay? According to Democrats, the names were redacted by the Epstein estate. Well, either way, there is a public version of this document that's not redacted. And it has been public since 2011. Or I guess not since 2011, but it was unredacted in 2011. So why would you redact something from a person who said Trump didn't do anything wrong whenever it was previously unredacted? I'm sorry. Think about this for 3 seconds, and you're going to come to the conclusion that they did it in order to create a false narrative. They did. I cannot this is bad faith behavior. It's very obviously bad faith behavior. The victim might be afraid. She's dead. She's dead. Virginia Guthrie is dead. She said that she didn't have any problems with Trump and Trump was fine. She went on record and said that. So the reason why they redacted her name is because if they didn't redact her name, it would have shown that this is the person that had already cleared Trump of wrongdoing. Why is she dead? I don't know. Yeah, now she's dead. Weird, huh? Yeah, but how is she dying? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe somebody killed her. You're right. Maybe somebody killed her. She killed herself? Yeah, sure. Why are you battling for Trump so much? I thought you only care for the truth. I'm going to pull you up. You're getting pulled up. Do you think that it is bad faith for them to have censored the name? You're getting pulled up. Go ahead. Explain it. Grok claims it's not the same set of emails. It sure seems like it is. I mean, if I look at this image, and then I look at this image, these look like the same email. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I mean, I'm literally looking at it, right? I mean, like, I don't know what, I mean, yeah, it's right there in front of me. Where's this person go? Yes, I agree with that part for sure, man. But I also think there's something rotten with Trump being friendly with all these people who are truly rotten corrupt. Okay, so let me get this straight. You agree with my assessment that this is a dishonest interpretation. You agree that they are lying, but you just want me to come to your conclusion without any evidence. Is that right? So you're just mad at me because I'm not drawing a conclusion based off of evidence. Like, so why would you believe somebody who's obviously trying to mislead you? They're obviously trying to mislead you. They're obviously trying to make you think something that's not really what happened. It's the same timestamp on both emails? Yeah, because it's the same thing. If you follow the case, you know. I'm so tired of bandwagon of this case. Yeah, I mean, is this Trump derangement syndrome? So they don't have to like Democrats, they just hate Trump? Well, I have no idea.
They're so fucking many.
Did you not say trust
oh my God, it's not
don't trust the data, trust in what you see? Yeah.
Oh no, bro, there's not safe down there. I'll go down. You wanna go down? I can go down. This is not an ideal. Oh my God. You go down?
Nah, but I'm super low. You got any bandages?
I do. I only got one. There you go. I dropped. You know what the worst part is? I don't have any ammo either. Yeah. You got any light? This thing have any light ammo on it? Oh my God, that was a harvest? Fuck you. Oh, there it is, some light ammo. Fuck yeah. I live to see another minute. these niggas are ruthless out here. Damn, bro, where's the surveyor?
I need a surge shield recharger.
Oh, fuck. Have you seen the surveyor?
You said what?
Have you seen the surveyor? Like right now on this map?
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn. Needed that.
Head home at the Cliffside Air Shaft.
Alright, I'm bouncing out of here. There ain't nothing left for me if I don't have the surveyor on the map. Uh-oh. Or at least I would like to leave. Come here, bitch.
I got a grenade, hold on.
Nice. Awful lot of fire for a 10 skin. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. Please wait for me. Go, go, go. Name.
Absolutely. And here's what I see. I see the Democrats that release this big bombshell on Epstein that is in fact a previously released email that is, I think, tactically and intentionally redacted in order to make people draw a conclusion that is inaccurate, that's being done at the exact same time that they are looking bad for the government shutdown ending. And now they're trying to weaponize and mislead people by using the redacted name of a victim who killed herself, who also said, killed herself, by the way, who also said that Trump did nothing wrong. Why did they redact the name? The reason why they redacted the name is because redacting the name would lead people to believe that it's somebody else. Because if they didn't redact the name, people would say, why are you using this email as an example? This woman already said Trump didn't do anything wrong. The reason why they redacted it is so people couldn't say that. That's the reason why. It's that simple. Because that is what follows their best interest. That's it. Or they redacted the name because they want to mislead people. They want to lie. So I don't know. Thank you for putting quotes around that. She specifically said she wasn't suicidal to publish her book if she died because powerful people want to quiet. Yeah, but
Don't wear them again.
That doesn't automatically mean Trump is the one that killed her. I mean, I would say Trump probably isn't the one that killed her, right? I mean, if she could, I'm not mad. I'm genuinely curious about your point of view. You're 100% right. They're trying to mislead us. I'm pretty neutral either way, but I'm just saying something doesn't sit right with Trump having so much circumstantial evidence being near all this. I agree with you. I want all of the files to be released too, but circumstantial evidence does not mean guilt. This is a serious accusation. And also, there's a lot of other circumstantial evidence around people like Bill Clinton, people like Bill Gates. It's not like it's just Donald Trump or Prince Andrew. It's not about who it is. It's about, is this true or accurate or not? And in my opinion, when somebody is trying to lie to you, it's because they know that the truth isn't enough. That's what I think.
Oh my God.
They want to take advantage of you. I appreciate how transparent you are. And try to have their own narratives. Yeah. Why is Trump not releasing all of it? I think that is a great question. That is an incredible, amazing, great question. And I think people should be asking that all the time. I shouldn't label somebody guilty without relevant. Yeah, sure. Right? I mean, for sure, Democrats are using this politically, but they're misleading and dirty. It doesn't mean the other party is clean as whistle. I think that they're all involved. I think they're all involved. I think that every party is involved in this. I think the reason why it didn't get released under Biden is because it would implicate Democrats. I think the reason why it didn't get released under Trump is because it would implicate Republicans and also friends and donors and other powerful people that they don't want to compromise. I think that's what happened. That's what's going on. And so anyway, it really, whenever you take a step back now and you think about, where is it, Dean saying that this is 100 times bigger than Watergate. Oh, man. Oh, boy. It doesn't sound too good anymore, does it, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Surveyors are full of rare arc tech, so we might...
We built that trap right when we thought we were done for.
The solar panels are by a roof terrace.
An ESR analyzer is used to test the blood. I was going to use it on myself first.
The solar panels are...
No, why not?
Crash and burn, the Amy Schumer story.
Yikes.
She was once hailed as the queen of comedy by, like, who? Like, other fat chicks?
Amy Schumer. If ever there was a celebrity destined for a crash and burn episode, it was her. Just a few years ago, she was one of the most popular female comedians of all time, with a...
Totally astroturfed. Nobody ever really liked her. I don't know why she was in anything.
String of successful stand-up tours, movie deals, Netflix specials, endorsements, Forning magazine articles, and all the apparatus of the Hollywood industrial complex behind her. A woman who was not only theoretically funny and a box office draw, but
theoretically funny.
An outspoken feminist and activist who somehow managed to position herself behind every... The Amy Schumer's towering empire was built on a shaky foundation.
Celeste here. Be on the lookout for that trap raider. It looks just as high voltage as you'd imagine.
Yeah, that shit sucks. Spawn me right on top of it? That's crazy. Is this Victory Ridge? I am the old EMP trap. Is it this? Oh. Anything that looks like that.
orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Let's head home at the North Complex elevator.
Fine, it's fine, it's fine. Fucking rocket. Rocket bitch. Rocket cuck bitch. Fucking bitch. Clanker ass bitch. Lucky I still get to leave, or else I'd quit this game.
Raider. Thanks for handling that. That thing wasn't built to last, and it sure as hell wasn't supposed to be used for something like this. Damn fools should have known better. There's an old memorial for the people we lost. I'd like you to drop by. Make sure it's all still standing. Maybe it'll all make more sense once you've seen it yourself. I wish we had the resources to teach. I wish we had the resources to teach everyone about.
Making my way downtown. Sniffing ass. I got no class and I'm a homo. Like that song I wrote it for you. Where's Mongo? You over there? Where? Your ball? Yeah. We'll make do for, you know, without it. And I need tires for the truck and.
Let's go to that location.
At least I get my full half hour after this round, even though I'm not going to need it.
In the Formica Hills, near an old first wave wreckage. It's makeshift.
Formica Hills, here we go.
Make sure it's all still standing.
I don't even really be like looting and shooting no more. I just be trying to do all these quests, and there's just quest after quest after quest, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep doing it. I just been finding stuff along the way. You what now? Who's out there? Oh, what up, dog? Damn, you're quiet, bro.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's not too bad. It's...
Alright.
You wouldn't happen to have any prickly pears you don't want, do you?
No, I can't find much.
Just look around these, and sometimes you get lucky and find one.
Yeah. Wishful.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go kill Felipe.
Yeah, you go do your thing, brother. Pretty sure I need this too, don't I? No, this ain't it. Never mind. Oh my god, this is such a good spot for those. Okay, well, let me go out that way. Oh. Yeah, I was literally down there. Search for the missing helmet. I will search for the missing helmet. Missing helmet. Oh. You doing the same thing?
Yeah, I'm looking for it too.
Damn. Aha! There it isn't. No, it's not. I lied. Bitch. You found it?
Oh yeah, it's right here in this bush.
Where'd you go? Oh.
Over here.
What an ominous looking bush. Why does he act like it's fucking heavy? Return the helmet to the memorial. Uh-oh. No. Don't tell me, please, no. Don't tell me. It's so cringe.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out. Oh, shit. Damn.
Now you know how to do it for next time.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hello, Raider.
Hey, Raider?
Hello there.
Damn it. Alright. Extract going X. One quest per fucking map. Oh, wait for me, please. Wait for me. Please, wait for me. Please.
Don't shoot.
Thank you, sir. Alright. Thank you, sir. I get nothing. You see, Steam came out with their little game console thing. Literally a little box like this big. Like this. And they announced that, the new controller, and a new VR headset. Looks pretty cool. The controller has the one thing about the controller that I really like is that it's got little magnetic clips. So it's great to control and having to plug the cable in. The console itself, it's just a computer, you know, literally just a computer. Oh, it looks pretty cool. You know that thing's gonna be fucking expensive though. Alright. Back to the wreckage. Pharmakai Hills. Hopefully no one does the quest. Hopefully I can mount the head. What up, dog? The surveyor! Don't go near it, please. I need that. Oh my god. What a waste of a wolf pack. Where'd it go? You son of a bitch. You roly-poly motherfucker. Where'd the surveyor go?
Dead, right here. I'll finish it off for you.
Fuck yeah.
You can have all of it. Enjoy.
Holy fuck, I've been looking for that thing forever. Thank you, bro. That's what all these pieces were. Fuck yeah. Oh my god, that didn't count for my kill. Holy shit, that's fucking ridiculous. I'm mad. Bro took my... Oh my god. Whatever. That's fucking stupid. I did all that damage to it because I didn't land the final blow on it. It didn't count for my kill. This game, I tell ya. Bastard. Bastard bitch. Bastard. Bastard beach.
Back again? So you saw it then? Still standing? Good. Good. It's out on the dam by the old ridge. Head straight there if you can. Bring back anything significant. But if you see any battle plans, those would be invaluable.
The solar panels are...
Did you check out...
Surveyors are full of rare arc tech, so we might both come out of this ahead.
I'm pissed.
Oh, hey, do you need anything?
What'll it be this time?
You doing all right, Raider?
You're in luck. I just finished restocking. And by restocking, I mean reorganizing the piles of junk around here. Sure, should be just the thing for you. That?
Hey there. Appreciate it. Between blight and malfunctioning grow lights, we can never have too many fresh seeds. Those look fresh. You're really pulling your weight.
Hello again. All right, now off with you. If you lose that, you know where to find me.
Oh, that's it.